Hello friends, under the lecture series about preparation for NetSet paper 1 general paper, today we are going to discuss about second topic, that is research aptitudes. Friends, one question will be in your mind that teaching aptitude is required as we are going to become assistant professors. But why there is research aptitude? Friends, NET exam is for assistant professors as well as for research fellows. Junior research fellows are also selected through this exam. They are going to work on research projects as fellow. So for them as well as assistant professor should know latest developments in their subject, should make some experiments. So they should also know information about research. So this research aptitude topic is included in this particular set examination general paper. Now I like to discuss syllabus of this topic in nutshell as well as structure of objective type questions asked in this particular topic with certain examples. First thing I like to discuss is what is research. The word research contains two things. One is re and second is search, search. Re means again and search means looking for new information. So research means nothing but trying to look for new information. Now friends, one question is usually asked one or two times in set exam, that which of the following is not correct. Four statements are given. Research is a systematic activity. Research adds to the existing knowledge. Research should adjust the findings according to popular beliefs, values, etc. Researchers should have critical thinking. Now, first statement, research is systematic activity. Yes. Second, research adds to the existing knowledge. Yes. Third, researcher should have critical thinking. Definitely. But the third option, that was researchers should adjust findings according to popular beliefs, values. No. There is no place for falsification, fabrication, plagiarism, etc. in research. So, this third statement is your answer. It is not correct. It is not characteristic of research. So, research, trying to look for new information, is nothing but simple definition of research. Now this simple definition is enough because we don't have to write definitions in exam. We have to just know concept because we have to solve objective type questions. Keep in mind. Now what is mean by aptitude? Aptitude means nothing but ability to do something. So research aptitude means what? Substantial knowledge about how research is conducted. That is what is research aptitude. Substantial knowledge about how research is conducted is known as research aptitude. Now friends, here you are able to know now what is mean by research, what is mean by research aptitude. It is time to go for next part, that is characteristics of research. Now friends, first characteristic of research is nothing but objectivity. Now what is mean by objectivity? Objectivity means nothing but being impartial about thing. There is no place for personal bias. There is no subjectivity. That is what is called objectivity. In mathematical formulas, there is always objectivity. For which example you are applying those formula, no matter if example is correct, answer should be correct. If you want to measure area of circle, then pi r square is your formula. That is what is objectivity. Then second characteristic is nothing but reliability. Now what is mean by reliability? Reliability means trustworthiness. Under same conditions you get same results, that is what is reliability. Third is validity. Validity means what? As per plan, if we carry out research, then valid results we will get. Now there is pandemic situation, coronavirus is there. For making some experiment about vaccines, if controlled valid experiments are made, we can discover new vaccines and use them. But validity means what? Properly whatever plan is made for discovering new vaccine, that should be implemented, and then we will get valid result. Then fourth characteristic of research is accuracy. Now what is accuracy? Accuracy means nothing but what is accurate, what is correct. So correctness is accuracy. If we are accurate, means we are not making errors, we are applying, we are following proper steps. Now simple example I like to give you. When we make any vegetable, first of all what we do? Bring vegetable from market, then clean it, then chopping, after chopping boiling, and thereafter preparing vegetable and all. But before chopping if we boil, before cleaning if we boil, and after boiling then cleaning then chopping, like that sequence we follow, what will happen? We will not able to prepare vegetable, make vegetable. So what is accuracy? Proper sequence of steps we have to follow, then there is accuracy, we can say. One question on this part is usually asked: which of them is not characteristic of good research? Systematic, logical, control, subjective. Now you know systematic research is there, logical is there, controlled is there, but research should be objective, it should not be subjective. So subjective is your answer, it is not characteristic. Usually one question is always asked on characteristic of research. One question is usually asked on sampling methods. One question about research tools, like that questions are usually asked in set exam. Next characteristic I like to discuss is credibility. What is mean by credibility? Credibility means nothing but use of best source from available sources. Many times you use primary source in place of secondary source because it is more reliable. You have personally collected that information, that comes under credibility. Then next characteristic is generalizability. Generalizability means what? Whatever results you get from sample, that you have to apply for population, that is what is known as generalization. One example I like to give: if I have to check height of college students from Ratnagiri district, I will check height of my college students. Whatever results I will get, I will apply for whole Ratnagiri district colleges. That is, my college students was sample and whole Ratnagiri district 35 colleges, that is population. So result of sample is applicable to population, like that is known as generalizability. Then there is empirical, means depends on experience. You have to interview sample, observe sample, and then go towards conclusions. That is what is empirical. Then systematic means as per plan you have to make research, and then it should be controlled, means researcher has to control things. Two types of variables are there, independent and dependent. Independent variables are controlled by researcher. Under control situation, how result dependent variables gives, that researcher has to find out. So that is also characteristic of research. Now friends, as I told, one question is always asked on this particular part, that is the part which I discussed. characteristics or features of research. Always and always one question you will get on this particular part. Next part I will go towards is approach to research. Usually question is asked on this. Two approaches are there to research: positivism and post-positivism. Now what is meant by positivism and what is meant by post-positivism? Knowledge is based on natural phenomena, their properties and relations is what is called as positivism. It is old approach. Logic, scientific knowledge, arithmetic accuracy, all are verified under positivism. Under positivism, research is quantitative research related with numbers. That is what is positivism. Post-positivism is comparatively new approach to the research. Intuition, perception, judgment, viewpoint, they are also given importance in post-positivism. Under post-positivism, qualitative as well as quantitative, numbers as well as characteristics are studied, are researched. That is what is difference between positivism and post-positivism. Usually question is asked on these approaches to research. I like to go towards next part, that is research methods. Now friends, there are different types of research methods which are used for carrying out research. Now which are the methods of research used? Friends, qualitative and quantitative are two important methods you are knowing. Qualitative means what and quantitative means what? The answer of question how many is nothing but quantitative. Focus is on quantity, finding out numbers. Now, if I want to study how many students in TY/BCom are having height more than 6 feet. 100 students are there in my TY/BCom class. From the 10 students are having height more than 6 feet. Then I can say 10 students are having height more than 6 feet. I can say 1/10 of the students are having height more than 6 feet. Or I can say 10% of the students are having height more than 6 feet. This is what is my quantitative research. Then what is qualitative? Qualitative research says why and not how many. Why means reason behind particular thing is searched by qualitative research. Under qualitative research, now 1/10 of my TY/BCom students are having height more than 6 feet. Remaining 90% are having height less than 6 feet. Now what is the reason behind this more height of 10% student, more than 6 feet height of 10% student? That is searched out, that is researched in qualitative research. Maybe genetic, maybe exercise, maybe eating habits, or maybe some other reason will be there. That we have to find out by using qualitative research. So you understood that the answer of how many numbers, that is quantitative research, and why reason behind particular thing is searched by in qualitative research. Now for this, deductive method and inductive methods are used. What is deductive and inductive? Inductive means nothing but from specific to generalize. Now I, in above example, made one statement that 1/10 of my college student, TY/BCom class student, are having height more than 6 feet. This is specific. Now from that general statement I can make, in Maharashtra, 1/10 of the TY/BCom students are having height more than 6 feet. Now study I made about my college TY/BCom students, that is specific. From that one general statement that applied I to whole Maharashtra, that is what is inductive, from specific to generalize. If you have seen Sherlock Holmes series, in that also you will find many examples of this inductive research. Now deductive means what? Reverse of inductive, from generalization to specific. Means what? If I say first, conclude first, that height of TYBCom student in Maharashtra, 1/10 of them are having height more than 6 feet. This is conclusion of my research. From that I say, in Maharashtra, it is said that 1/10 of TYBCom student are having height more than 6 feet. Then in my particular college, 1/10 of the student should have height more than 6 feet. From general whole Maharashtra I came to my college. That is what is deduction. So this method is called deductive method. Now experimental research is there. Experimental means what? Maybe laboratory experiment. In social science, maybe experiments made on variables and conclusions are done. Usually it is quantitative research, experimental research. Then there is descriptive research. Now what is mean by descriptive research? A research method that describe characteristic of population phenomena studied is called descriptive research. It is also qualitative research. Then there is historical research, which is also qualitative. Historical research is nothing but qualitative technique studied, and that technique studies the meaning of past event for interpreting fact, explain cause, event, effects in present events. That is historical research. Research about world wars, causes behind that, effects of the world war, future probability of third world war, all that will be area of research. Then I like to tell you that on research methods, usually one question is asked, so you have to be very much alert for that question. You should know the concept qualitative, quantitative, historical, descriptive and experimental. Their examples. Okay, then I like to go towards next part, that is steps in research process. First step is formulation of research problem. Research problem formulation means nothing but deciding research problem. Thing you would like to research on is nothing but research problem. You should have interest in that thing. You should be passionate about that. Then you can formulate proper research question. I like to give example. If I want to study cultivation and marketing of mangoes in Ratnagiri district, then what I have to find out? Cost of cultivation will be my one of research problem. Marketing channel, problems of mango growers, problems of mango distributors, what suggestions I will give, all that will be my research problems. And I should have interest in that. I should be passionate about that. Only then I can make proper research. So thing that you like to research on is nothing but research problem. Then there is review of literature, that is second step. What is review of literature? What are the findings of other researchers, what methods they applied, how they made research. That is what is a review of literature. Before making any research, you have to review previous research on that subject, on that matter, so that you can get idea about your research and the areas where research is not made, where you have to make research, you can come to know. That is what is known as review of literature. Then there is development of hypothesis. What is mean by hypothesis? Tentative generalization, the validity of which is remained to be tested, is known as research question or hypothesis. Now, all of you have seen the film Three Idiots. In that, Amir Khan is not studying, but he is getting always first rank. And my research question or hypothesis is, the students, those who study, get first rank. Students who are not studying are not getting first rank. Then Amir Khan in Three Idiots is getting. Why? Because he is observing things. in that particular field, though he is not studying. So by observation he is getting their first rank. So my question was, those students who are studying are getting first rank, but this example Amir Khan, by observing he got first rank, my research question was not accepted. But whatever research question I made, that those students who study get first rank, one of the students who are making study got first rank, my research question is accepted, my hypothesis is accepted. Like that it is there. When in particular research about marketing channel I am making research, one statement I made, that direct marketing is used by majority of the mango growers. Then if 80% of the total mango growers are using direct marketing, this, yes, my hypothesis is accepted. Only 10% are using, yes, my hypothesis is not accepted. Like that is hypothesis. Then go towards fourth step, that is framing research design. In research design, what is there? Proper design is there. When we are making research in about chemical reactions, then in laboratory we have to make proper design. If we want to make research about particular movies of Sanjay Leela Bhansali, then what we have to do? We have to watch movies of Sanjay Leela Bhansali, take interviews of those who are expert in the field of movies. Then another thing is that we have to read different literature which is there in newspapers, magazine about Sanjay Leela Bhansali's movies, may be critical, may be appreciating. By that we can make opinion. So research design should be as per research, for qualitative, for quantitative, for different historical, for descriptive, different type of research design we have to make as per demand. Then there should be data collection. Now what is mean by data collection? Data collection means collection of data required for making research. Now for data collection, certain methods are there. Primary data is there, secondary data is there. Primary data means what? Researcher first hand collecting data by making observations, by taking interviews, by making questionnaire or schedule. Secondary data means data collected by others is used, collected by banks, collected by government, collected by certain other researchers, that you are using as it is, that is secondary data. Reliability is more in primary data, less in secondary data as usual, but the source of data is very important. If particular source is reliable, then data is reliable. Then there is data analysis. Different tools and techniques are used. Techniques of central tendency are there, like mean, mode, median, quartile. Means of variability is there, standard deviation, mean deviation, quartile deviation. Then there is correlation, regression, sampling tests are there, X square test, T test, F test, all those are asked in objective type question in SETNET examination. You should be aware about those. Different softwares are used which are used for research are asked in examination. Then drawing conclusions. After data collection, analyzing data, conclusions are made. That whatever hypothesis we have made, as per that we got answer or not, that is your conclusion. Means one hypothesis I made, majority of farmers are using direct marketing. If I observe that 85% of farmers are using this particular direct marketing method for mango marketing, then my conclusion will be same. Otherwise it will be different. That is drawing conclusion. And after that, report findings to the authority. If particular project of NABARD I have taken, I have to make report to NABARD. Minor or major research project of UGC or particular University of Mumbai I have taken, I have submit report to them. MPhil PhD I am making, I have to submit report to that particular research center, particular university. That is what is preparing report and reporting findings to the particular authority. All these are steps in the process of research. After this, I like to discuss one very important concepts here. Which concept I will like to discuss is sampling. Now friends, when I tell about sampling, I like to discuss what is mean by sampling. When we say sampling, there are two concepts, population and sample. The entire thing which we want to study, that is population, and whatever we select for study, that is sample. Very simple. I want to study about per capita income of people in India. 135 crore India's population is my population of study. 5,000 people I selected as sample for my study, so that 5,000 people, their per capita income is my sample of study. If I want to make rice, I have to see whether it is properly boiled or not. I am not eating all rice. Only 2-3 small pieces I am taking, eating that. From that I will come to know about whether rice is properly boiled or not. This is what is sampling. There are two types of sampling usually. One is probability and one is non-probability. What is mean by probability sampling? When every atom in the group has equal chance of being selected, it is probability sampling. Throwing dice, you are know, 6 sides are there. Then what happens? Every number has equal chance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that it will come on front side. So 1/6 is probability. What is non-probability? All atoms are not having equal chance. Simple random sampling you are knowing, cluster sampling, stratified, systematic, all that, or lottery sampling, all that are probability sampling. Non-probability means researcher is intentionally making some sampling. That is what is known as non-probability. Convenient, quota, snowball, judgmental, purposive sampling, all those are examples of non-probability sampling. That is probability में यही आता है, non-probability में यही आता है. Like that question may be asked. 3 of non-probability, 1 of probability, which is not non-probability, you can answer. Question may be asked that which of the following is not non-probability sampling? Convenient, quota, snowball, simple random. Simple random is your answer because it is probability. Usually one question on sampling is asked in your examination. So you should know those concepts well. Then I will like to discuss about variables. These variables are very much important in case of sampling. Now friend, what is mean by variable? Fixed and variable. Fixed means what? Which not change. Variable means that change. Any element, feature, factor that is liable to vary, liable to change is known as variable. Now, what is variable? Then you have solved some equations about father's age and daughter's age. Equation before 10 years, equation today 3:2, 2:1, like that. So father's age is X, daughter's age is Y. Then we are arriving at conclusion that father's age is 45, daughter's age is 14, like that. That is what is variables. Then variables in study are usually of two types which are important. One is dependent and one is independent. What is mean by dependent variable and what is mean by independent variable? Independent variable is controlled and manipulated by researcher, whereas dependent variable is not controlled, not manipulated by researcher. Now one example I like to give you. Example is that 10 students I have taken as sample, 5 are studying regularly, 5 are not studying regularly. When I see exam mark, what I get is those who are studying regularly getting good marks, those who are not studying regularly getting less marks. Now student is my independent variable, exam mark is dependent variable. I can make experiment with independent variable. Out of 5 students who are not studying regularly or studying irregularly, one of them I asked to study once in a week, One I will ask once in fortnight. Remaining two I will tell don't study at all. One student I will tell study at month, and then I will see their marks. I can make experiment. That is independent variable. Now exam mark of those student I will get. That will be dependent variable. As per study their marks may vary. As per my control, as per my manipulation, their marks will change. That is dependent variable. I am not directly changing, I am manipulating by making experiment on independent variable. Now one of the variable is there is extraneous variable. What is mean by extraneous variable? Factors affecting dependent variable is called extraneous variable. Now I told them study in a week, study in a fortnight, study in a month, don't study. But certain things are there which are out of my control but affect their mark. Whether the student is ill on the day of examination. One of the student is like that. How much should he study? He is not remembering at all. One of the student is there whose hand get fractured, so he is not able to write in exam. These are out of my control, but they are affecting or dependent variable examination mark. These variables are known as extraneous variables. So these are types of variables, and question is usually asked on certain variables. So you should know those concepts and you should take care of those concepts. Now, friends, thesis writing format, about that I like to discuss in nutshell. Now, what is thesis writing format? What is mean by thesis? Now, you are writing PhD thesis, MPhil thesis, or major or minor research project thesis. For that there is specific format. Every university gives you format, but there is usually same format. First of all, there is certificate. You are certifying certain things. Researcher is there, guide is there, and certain things are there. Then there is abstract. Abstract means nothing but summary of entire thesis in one page. 350 words or some whatever limit is given, that is abstract. If abstract is good, then people go towards thesis and see. Before reading thesis, people are reading abstract. Then there is acknowledgement. Those who helped, their contribution is acknowledged. Then there is index. Chapter 1 is this, 2 is this, 3 is this, like that. Then list of tables, list of graphs is there. There is also abbreviations used. Means many times in your thesis US word is there. USA you are writing, and here full form is United States of America, like that. Or certain abbreviation you will use. For mango growers, MG you are using short, that you specifically write there. Then there is first chapter, usually it is introduction to research area, introduction to research subject, like that. Then there is research methodology. In that you are writing about your research, why this topic is selected, why this area is selected, what is population, what is sample, what are hypotheses, what are objectives of your research, what is chapter scheme, what sampling method is used, which techniques you are using for data collection, data analysis, all those things you will write there. Then there is review of literature. What is previous research on your subject? You will refer websites, you will refer Shodh Ganga, you will refer certain books, journals, and then write your review of research, that this is research gap is there, so I am making research on this particular subject. Then there is chapters about 1, 2 or 3 chapters about collection and analysis of data, that are your major chapters. Then one of the chapter will be on findings, conclusions and recommendations. In that you will write your major findings, what are your recommendation, what conclusions you made. Then there are appendix, means chapter on bibliography, chapter on questionnaires, on certain photographs that you will write there. So bibliography is very important, and for this bibliography, or also known as references, in that you are having journals, books, websites, reports, whatever or thesis you studied, you referred. For giving that references, it is known as citation. Different ways of citing resources are there. From years, researchers are using. Some standards are made. On that, usually question is asked in set or net examination. Three are they, what is their full form, in which branches they are using, on that question is asked. I like to tell you in nutshell. First is APA style, American Psychological Association, APA. That style is used in education, psychology and science usually. Then there is MLA style, Modern Language Association. Humanities usually using this MLA style. Then there is Chicago style, which is usually used by business, history and fine arts. That is what is referencing style is all about. Next part which I like to go towards is use of ICT in research. Now friends, you all know full form of ICT. ICT means nothing but information and communication technology. Now which research tools are used, on that question is asked. Now you are using Microsoft Excel, Google Scholar, ResearchGate, Trello, ScanMaker and many other things. Different softwares you are using, different tools you are using. On that question is asked, objective type question, definitely on in set and net. Then how ICT is used? From your proper formatting, ICT is required. You are making typing, you are formatting using specific fonts, drawing particular diagrams. All that ICT is very useful. And which softwares are used, which tools are used, like that questions are asked in set net examination. Last parts I like to discuss about this particular research aptitude topic is about research ethics. Ethics is more related with morality. Moral principle that govern the research process is called research ethics. There should be objectivity, no personal bias, no subjectivity. I like this, so that is my conclusion. No. What are the results as per your research process, as per your sample, that should be your findings. That is what is objectivity. Falsification, fabrication and plagiarism has no place in research. If we discuss about ethics, then there should not be falsification, fabrication and plagiarism. What is mean by falsification? If I am taking interview of 500, in 2 or 300 people, in their interviews, what I want to make conclusion, that things I make those people to say. That is what is falsification. They want to say something else, but I am telling that those people said like this, so my conclusion, my findings are this. This is falsification. Then fabrication. Data is like this, but I am making some changes in data, because whatever hypothesis I made, it should be correct. My hypothesis is that 90% people are using direct marketing, 90% of mango growers are using direct marketing. Then what I will do? I will make fabrication. If only 70% are using direct marketing, I will fabricate data and come towards 91, 92 by fabrication. That is not good. Then plagiarism. Whatever published material is there that I am using, maybe papers, maybe thesis, or ideas of other people I am stealing, that is also plagiarism. It should not be there. My new idea, new research should be there. Then in case of data collection, data analysis, reporting as well as informed consent, there should be research ethics and that should be followed. Friends, whatever concepts I discussed are all about syllabus of research aptitude. Questions are asked on this. this lecture series I am going to make on all those 10 topics of paper 1. For getting videos on those lecture series, you should subscribe my YouTube channel, make likes, comments, as well as share my videos, tell your suggestions. Objective question series I am giving on my WhatsApp group as well as Telegram group. Join that also. I like to stop here. Thank you. Bye bye.